When I moved to Seattle, one thing I made sure I did not do was leave a forwarding address. Now, it's not because I'm on the lam or anything like that or avoiding creditors. There's a very surprising and almost disappointing reason. And I only learned this from watching, I think, Johnny Harris's video, that the US Postal Service, as good as they are, has a little bit of a fault. They sell your information, your address to telemarketers or spammers, or I guess, yeah, it wouldn't be telemarketer, but spammers, people that will send you junk mail, junk mailers. And apparently, and he goes over all the details, this is illegal. They're not allowed to do stuff like that, which makes sense. Why would we want to allow them to? There's a loophole in a way they don't really sell it as new, they sell it as, oh, we're updating lists to keep things current. So yeah, if you weren't on there, you'll currently now be on there. But I've moved about, I don't know, 8 or 9 times in my life, and yeah, I always seem to get the junk mail that I had before at my new place. And now, no more. Now, it's not exactly rocket science. It's very easy to do. You just do nothing. You do not leave a forwarding address at the post office. I'd just always done that all my life because I just figured, well, they need to know where to find me, you know, my banks and all the other places. But really, I made a list of all the places that would send me email that I normally get mail from. That would be like, you know, my stock trading places or credit cards or I don't know, my bank, all, you know, hospital, all the important places. I had a list and I just went to each website and I updated my address there. And so there's a concern like, well, what about, you know, birthday cards or people that are going to mail you like later on in the year that you may not remember to send? That's a good point. However, the thing is, the forwarding only lasts 3 months anyway. So the post office is only going to do it 3 months, and then after that point, you know, if someone sends the old address, it's going to just go to your old address unless people there do it, return to sender. They're probably just going to throw it away. So there's really no reason to do it at all ever anyway. And yeah, my mailbox is basically empty most days. Now, the mail service in general is declining now that there's email and other things. Even the one thing I was getting regularly, like sort of stock statements and stuff like that, I just went online and just said, you don't need to mail me these things. They're like voting packages, but like my vote's not going to count anyway. It's like I have like fractional shares. So yeah, once that was gone, on the average day, I get 0 mail, and I like it. I get very, very little junk mail these days, and I like it. So I hopefully it'll stay this way. I try not to ever give away my mailing address, even when, you know, it's asked for. I say, why do you need it? What are you going to send me? And most of the time I think, I don't want you to have it. I don't think it's necessary. So that's just something to keep in mind. The irony is that as I'm saying all this, I realized that just yesterday I got a little brochure mailing, like a postcard, and it was something for a deal on a new dentist. I needed a new dentist, and it had a good deal on it, and I thought, well, you know what? I called them, and I got an appointment tomorrow. So that's just kind of funny that I say I don't need any of this stuff. Well, it actually does once in a while. It does come in handy. So, and they weren't sending it to me because they knew my address. They were just sending it to this, you know, apartment. Anyway, it would be cool to hear other people's opinions and, you know, experiences as well. For me, it's worked out really well. I'll never, you know, do the forwarding address again, but I'd be curious if there's reasons why other people definitely have to, or stuff that I just haven't thought about. But it's been like a year and a half since I moved here, and to have an empty mailbox every day, it's kind of weird and cool, maybe a little disappointing because you kind of want, you know, a postcard from a friend or something like that. But otherwise, I like having no junk mail. Cheers.